Now there's one more area in this application that I want to show you, and it has to do with the generation of zonal summaries. Now if you look at the INEC, if you go back to the INEC PDF summaries of results that I showed you, you will see of course that they didn't have anything according to zones. What they just had was a table that listed out the election results, votes received and all of that by state according to each party's for each party. So they didn't have any zonal summaries. Now why would anybody need zonal summaries? For so many reasons. There are people who want to look at the trends. For instance, some people argue, oh, the North voted against Jonathan and the West voted for who and who. The point is this: it's a lot of talk, but do we have statistics to back up what we're saying? So what percentages are we talking about? You know, one of the things I see that the Americans do, which we in Nigeria need to learn to do, is to use data for smart decision making. It also helps us to also analyze failures and successes of whatever it is we do. If people have voted for somebody or in a particular election, we want to really find out in what was the voting pattern, what was the trend, what do these trends tell us? Has there been a change from the last time we had elections? You know, will there be a change in the future? Can we kind of project based on that? The only way you can do that is to then take the data you have and rearrange them, manipulate them, and represent them in different ways to enable you make some sense out, a better sense out of them. You know, so one of the things that is missing is that, and the INEC website just doesn't offer us this opportunity to incisively analyze what has happened in terms of the voting that happened this time around. And this was a huge change from what had happened in the history of Nigeria. So for me, I was curious, and I know that some observers and also some professionals, some stakeholders in the industry would want to know what was the voting pattern like in terms of zones. You know, I tried to do a little bit of that here. This is my project, okay, but like I said, the application is available for those who might want it. But what I did was to generate this page. You can see here, you can see the north central zone, northeast zone, northwest zone, southeast zone, south zone, and southwest zone. And I wanted to see the charts in different forms, bar charts. Actually, the thing is, it's a function of what I want to do. The point is, this can be customized for anybody to use. But if you take a look in the reports, for all the reports you've seen, you will see things like registered voter turnout, okay, accredited voter turnout in terms of percentage. Okay, what I did was to look at number of people who registered for the elections compared with the number of people that actually turned out for the election, and you see some statistics there that are very interesting. Now, apart from that, the north central zone, what was the voting percentage we had compared to maybe the southwest zone? And then the argument by the southeasterners that, oh, there was a kind of a I don't know, some a kind of should I say gang up by the other zones to maybe vote out their own candidate, their own preferred candidate, and all of that. The point is, all of that will be reflected somehow if you take a look at the voting according to zones. Anyway, so I decided to generate this page. Okay, this one doesn't require one to do anything. It's ready to print. So you click the print button and it takes you to an A4 size preview page where you can just send to the printer, and you have the charts and the tables all together on one page. Okay, and at the bottom is one way to compare the summaries. You want to look at all the zones side by side and see what the volume of votes they had. You will see that the northwest zone was the biggest contributor to voting. Okay, you can see that, and it's interesting. And there are so many other scenarios that can be looked at. This is just I just taken just a particular approach to it. The Excel allows you it offers you so much flexibility in what you can do, and like I've said in some other parts of this video, that you are limited probably just only by your creativity, you know. So this is one of the things I wanted to point out, that beyond what is available by default, you can actually generate some other perspectives in terms of how you handle your data. All right, so move on to the next area now.